Give me my Rolls Royce.
For example, you are from ethnic so I'm from India, for example. You're from Pakistan. In Pakistan, who was the Islamic prophet who came clearly before the 7th century? Who was it?
You've done the evictions yet?
Sorry?
Have you done the evictions yet?
Evictions?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a lot. But I did the opposite of one, you know, where you go and get some bloke's house back, and the police took my camera.
The police took your camera?
Yeah, confiscated it.
How come?
It was evidence on my camera of what somebody else did wrong. So they've nicked my camera for now.
When did they take your camera?
About 3 days ago, 3-4 days ago.
Do they still have it?
Yeah, they reckon it could be weeks or months.
Really?
Yeah, so I just ordered a new one in case.
What is the earliest evidence?
It was my Panasonic, you know, the 90 times zoom, which is a useful. It's not a fortune, 225 quid or something, but it's a brilliant little camera to have.
Camera for evidence.
Yeah, I was lucky because I had 5 cameras on me and a drone. They could have took the lot. I'd have sued their arse. You know. I'm not going to do it for one.
If someone gets arrested, could they take a camera for evidence?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's say I filmed an arrest, could they take the camera for evidence?
If you filmed
An arrest?
No, they can't unless you filmed not the arrest, but unless you filmed what he was doing.
I told you, my dear friends, Islam is a mental ailment. Please, Islam is a mental ailment. People walk around believing in things for which there exists no evidence. Can you imagine living in a world where you have to believe in things? Hello, my dear, what's your name?
He won't go anywhere near him.
Is that Modine over there?
Sorry?
Is that Modine?
I don't know. I call him Ease or something. He's something. EZ or ZE. I don't know. I don't know his. I'd know his channel if you mentioned it, but I can't remember. It's just one of the divers, isn't he?
Modine.
Is it? Is that what it is? Yeah. He's very kind. I've had a couple of interviews with him, and I think he's taken allowing for my age because he's been very kind to me. I think.
Islamic apologist such as him who shows up here with his cameras would be able to answer some basic questions beginning sometime soon. But what do? They come to his camp and send people from zoo like him to stand behind us. This is all that we get.
I am saving the world.
You see, this is all that we
I am
get.
saving the world.
Whereas people
You are telling lies. I am saving the world. He's telling lies.
Where's my cow?
Jesus is not coming back. I am the Messiah.
I can see.
You are liar.
Messiah wouldn't wear a
I
mask.
am Messiah. You are liar. I am Messiah.
Forget about the speaker's corner. Nutter. He thinks he's Messiah.
Yeah.
All right, dear friends.
I am Messiah.
They pay you more. And the Bible.
All right, dear friends. Now that we don't have much disturbance, let's go through all the reasons quickly as to why Islam should
Go
be
to any of
banned.
the other places.
Islam
I'm told
should
there's
be
a few
banned in
more,
our nation
like mini versions of this. Is it?
Islam is
I don't,
seditious.
yeah, I'm told Stratford,
Islam should be
sort of
banned
King's Cross,
from our
and
nation
Speaker's corner.
because Islam
yeah, mini
is
versions of this.
violent
Yeah, I've
and
never been to
hateful
one.
towards
That's what I'm told they
Jews
are.
and
Unless
the
they're
main
square.
speaker's corner.
Oh yeah.
Islam should be
Nothing like
banned
this.
from our nation because
Yeah.
Islam
I like it when
is
it gets
a
heated here as
terrorist
well.
religion.
when fights
Like the gentleman
happen.
over there.
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
knows
you
what
got quite a
terrorism
good
is
one, didn't you?
preventing.
Last week, I think it was, wasn't it? Or the week
Islam
before? Yeah, it was a good one. That.
Should be banned because Islam is a genocidal religion.
Hell of a lot of views on that one, didn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
From our nation because Islam is a big time sustained real estate fraud that has been going on for centuries right now. Islam should be banned because you cannot believe when a Muslim signs a document in our nation, you will never be able to know if the sign is trustworthy or not because Muslims have been asked deliberately to mislead, sign without batting an eye. Even if the claim is a big time lie, they would come and sign. So Islam needs to be banned because all the signatures that we have of Muslims on perhaps driving licenses, on passport applications, visa applications, and all such important documentation, we cannot trust the veracity of the truthfulness of all the statements made. Why? Because Quran has asked them deliberately to lie. So Islam should be banned. Islam should be
Guys,
banned
Thanks very much for
because
coming on the channel.
it exercises physical and mental coercion at the point of accepting Islam and even at the point of leaving Islam. Can you imagine, my dear friends? You may never want to be a Muslim, yet Islam requires you to handle the Quran in a particular manner, even in our nation. Can you imagine this utter nonsense? You may think that just because you have a book at your home and because you are paid money to acquire it, you can take it and use it at your will. That's how we treat books, don't we? You can take a book, read a book, put the book on the table, put it somewhere else if you like. But can you imagine, in the UK, we have been forced, not through British law, but through Sharia, unwritten, but enforced, even by our police force, to handle the Quran in a particular manner. And when that isn't happening, Muslims come and threaten you with violence and the police will have to come and apologize. It has happened multiple times in our nation. In other words, Islam exerts very violent physical and mental coercion even towards non-Muslims in our Christian land. Another good reason to ban Islam, to put Islam in the bin forever and say, look, this junk will never ever get any respect that it doesn't deserve. Any respect, because it's entire junk, and therefore it will get only what it deserves from us in our Christian nation. So Islam must be banned. If by any mistake you become a Muslim and you think, oh no, what a load of nonsense, and if you want to leave Islam, what happens? What is the penalty under Sharia? Unwritten, yet enforced, even in our nation. When you want to leave Islam, death. Death. So another good reason to ban Islam. And people such as Hashim are running away like cowards because they can't face reality. They run away as cowards week in, week out. I don't know why they show up at Speaker's Corner when they haven't got the courage to stand up to scrutiny. Are you Muslim, sir? You are. Please come in, sir. Please come. Sure. Yeah, by how you doing? Yep. Please tell me, what is the penalty under Islam for apostasy?
from the Islamic State itself, not someone who's believing treason against the Islamic State.
Please listen to me carefully. Question is clear. Apostasy. I did not use the word treason, you are using. Don't put words into my mouth. My question is clear. What is the penalty for apostasy? Did you hear that, my dear friends? The penalty for apostasy, can you please be a bit louder for the benefit of everyone?
It's, I'll play his game, death.
It's death! The penalty for apostasy is death. And would you like Sharia to be in the UK? Where are you from? Egyptian and Palestine. I'm so tempted to talk about Palestine. I'll come back later. Now, coming to you. According to the Quran, you as a Muslim are expected to take every step to impose Sharia in every part of the world. Are you not aware of this?
To take every step to impose.
So what steps have you been on?
We don't impose. So, okay, if you look at previous Islamic states in the past, non-Muslims pay tax.
Please take it.
They pay tax. They have their own
Is jizya part of Sharia? Yes, so in other words, they will be subject to Sharia.
Jizya gives them a route to have their own jurisdiction.
Please listen. Is jizya part of Sharia or not? In other words, as part of Sharia, Muslims think that you are extremely generous and allow them to live. That's what you do. In other words, you impose Sharia in a very nasty manner. That's what you do. So is jizya part of Sharia also?
Okay, you impose that part. You don't impose Jews.
Did you have a look at the Filipinos protest?
I saw the Filipinos protest.
Can I choose not to pay jizya?
I went down there. They said their ex-president has been arrested. I think it was.
Yeah, the former president. They were protesting in support of the former president.
Yeah.
We have no
I
specific.
think he'd have done a run before he got arrested. That's what they normally do.
Because they separate church and state.
Listen to me.
They separate it. State
Therefore, focus on the detail. In the UK, there is no, for whatever reason, talk about the reason later, but for whatever reason, we are in no state that we don't levy a tax because you are a Muslim. We don't. If we did, it will be utterly ungodly. Yet in Islam, you have the audacity to implement Sharia by forcing non-Muslims. Now let me move on. I don't need an explanation for this. Please explain.
That's destructive. So my point is that every country, no matter what ideology, whether you separate church and state, whether you are an Islamic state, whether you're a Muslim state, you're going to impose tax on people, on the people, on everyone. That's how governments function, right? So if Islam comes and they say, we're going to make the non-Muslims pay a lower tax than Muslims, by the way. Jizya is less than zakat. So we're going to make non-Muslims pay less tax than the actual Muslims. How is that? What did you say it was? Forcing them or very nasty. How is that nasty?
I'm going to say very clearly. If you haven't talked to me, I'm going to say, get away. Anyone who says, oh, I am an Islamic government, I understand you're not a Muslim, yet I'm going to make you pay a tax, regardless of what amount it is, I'm going to say, get please listen. Because jizya, Surah 9, Ayah 29 is very clear, is made to be paid under the threat of violence, fight against. That's how it begins.
I'm not a scholar.
Sure. That's right. It's there. Yeah. Please read. When you go home, please read Surah 9, Ayah 29. Now, let me ask you the remaining. Do you appreciate that according to Islam, you are supposed to enforce Sharia across the world? Do you appreciate this? If I show, okay, let me show you. When I show you, what would you do? Would you take that to be?
The idea is we spread the ummah, right? in Islam, right? And of course, the Ummah will be under Sharia. But when you say enforce Sharia, you're misrepresenting what we're actually supposed to do.
Okay, let me read it. So, is it enforced? Surah 2, Ayah 193. Surah At-Tawbah, I think. Surah 2 of Al-Baqarah. Ayah 198.
But he wears that mask in bed.
Who does?
So,
Scary mask man, I call him.
Surah 2, Ayah
Fire.
1, did I say 1?